Now we start with Japan. Torrential rains are sweeping across Japan's capital, Tokyo, ahead of Typhoon Ampel's arrival.
Ampel is a dangerous storm.
Typhoon Ampel.
Typhoon Ampel.
So I just got to Tokyo and turns out there is a typhoon happening right now. All flights are delayed, airports closed, and there is no way back to my hotel. I don't know what I'm going to do. So 2 weeks ago, I was living in legitimately a 5-star mansion. Now we are in an 11 square meter shoebox. It's homely, it's cozy, but it's not really functional. In this room, there's no storage, so you have to put everything under the bed. This is the bathroom. It's big enough to stand up, and that's about it. And I wish there was more to show you. That is the whole tour. Okay, right behind me is Ueno Park, which is a beautiful green space that gives you some peace and quiet away from the hustle and bustle of Tokyo. Today it is sweltering, 38 degrees. So what we're going to do is jump on the train, head to an area of Tokyo called Shinjuku, and we'll take you on the journey with us. This is crazy.
Evan, if you could give advice, any advice for someone coming to Tokyo, what would you give them?
I've only been here 3 days, so it probably won't be of any use, but my favourite thing to do in any big city, whether it's New York or London or Tokyo, is just go to an area that a few people have spoken about and just wander. You will find something around every corner, and that's exactly what we're doing here in Shinjuku, which a bunch of my friends told me to come and check out, and I've literally done zero research, so we're just going to wander and see what pops up. Actually, I thought of one more piece of advice, and that is do not go outside when there is a typhoon, because there was literally one here yesterday and we had no idea, and we were out walking about and it was raining sideways and not a lot of fun. So, check the weather. We just stumbled across this beautiful little alleyway, and I think we'll go down this way because it's less crowded. I have no idea what the name of this place is. I'll research it and put the name on the screen somewhere, but this feels worlds away from the rest of Tokyo. The cute little hole in the wall eateries. There was a bunch of barbecues happening on the other side, little bars in there with a bunch of locals, and once we step outside, you'll see that we're back in the middle of this tech jungle, but that's kind of what I'm really starting to appreciate about this city. Also, you can get whatever you want in vending machines. They're all over the place. And just like that, we are back in the big smoke surrounded by giant billboards and skyscrapers. Something that really stands out to me in Tokyo so far is that it's a city of contrasts. 5 minutes ago, we were in the middle of a neon lit street with a Godzilla head hanging over us, and now we're at a beautiful temple, very spiritual and probably dating back hundreds of years. And there's things like this around every corner. And Kate, what's your favourite movie that has featured Japan?
Oh, it has to be Godzilla.
Nice, obvious choice. Mine would be,
What would yours
maybe
be?
Karate Kid.
Oh, that's a good one.
Hey guys, so quick end of day check-in. My camera is not even on 1%, it just says battery dead. which is kind of how I'm feeling right now. It was 38, 39 degrees today and just feeling absolutely exhausted, probably a bit of heat stroke to be honest, so I look forward nothing more than to just get back to the little hotel room and have a cold shower and have an early night. Probably my own doing as well, didn't drink enough water today, and I went to a vending machine thinking I was going to buy a bottle of water. Turns out it was like a lemonade that gave me a massive sugar hit, and I've just come crashing down. Hey, welcome back to my TED Talk. So update, woke up feeling great. Actually slept for like 10.5 hours, so I think I clearly needed it after the heat stroke of the last couple of days. Today we are in Harajuku, and the plan is to just walk around and stumble across hidden gems like this. This is just the entrance to a shopping center, so who knows what else we'll find. This is the world famous Shibuya crossing in the middle of Tokyo. It's supposed to be one of the busiest intersections in the world. To be honest, it doesn't seem that crazy, but I'm going to time lapse this. So, and there you go. That's Shibuya crossing time lapsed. I've stumbled across this beautiful little food truck, and it is a wonderful change of pace from all the surrounding streets. So the plan from here on is we have 3 more days in Tokyo and then head to Kyoto, Osaka, probably spend a couple days toward the hot springs area around Mount Fuji, but I really just want to log in and get some work done. Alright, just finished work for the evening, and I haven't been sleeping well the last couple nights. I've been waking up in the mornings really exhausted and groggy and struggling to get up. So I thought something I could do tonight is try to get a better night's sleep by 1, using the nose strip, but 2, trying out mouth tape for the first time. And I've read a lot about it. It's supposed to, well, you can't breathe through your mouth, so it encourages nasal breathing, which is supposed to promote oxygen intake. So I'm going to put it on, and I won't be able to talk after this, so this will be my last piece to camera for the night.
So Evan and I got lost from each other. So I am trying to find him in the last place that I saw him, and he is not here. So I guess my solo travel journey starts now.
So I'm stranded in the middle of a typhoon in Tokyo. All the flights are grounded, the airport's closed, most of the trains have stopped, and there's lightning all around me. I don't know what's going to happen now. I'm going to have to try and figure out a way back to the hotel, but it's pretty crazy out here right now. Alright, well that's another week done and dusted. Another 7 days of living life as a full-time traveller on the road while building a business. And as you can imagine, with this sort of lifestyle, there are so many ups and downs and challenges. So if you didn't see last week's episode, go back and watch it. I decided that every week I'm going to share some of the raw insights from what happens while travelling full-time. I'll start off with 2 highlights for this week. Highlight number 1, which is an obvious one, is being able to experience a new culture that has been on my bucket list forever. From the welcoming, beautiful people to the food, to just the way the systems of society operate here, everything has really impressed me, and it's very easy to feel welcome in Japan. Highlight number 2, more of a business one, is I did my first unofficial sales call for Art of Mondays, and it actually went extremely well. So shout out to Mo if you're watching this. I didn't intend for it to be a sales call. It was part catch up, part partnerships chat, but it ended up feeling really aligned. So I went through our sales deck and ticked all the boxes. So lowlight number 1 is that I've actually been feeling really guilty that I haven't been eating as healthily or exercising as much as I want to. And I know that there's a really negative flow-on effect of those things because it affects my mood and my energy, which affects then work and relationships and everything else. I think the hard part is trying not to beat myself up too much about that, and understanding that it is harder when there's not a kitchen in the hotel, but looking forward to having a more stable environment where I can cook some veggies and not have to eat out every meal. But it's a nice problem to have. And challenge number 2 is I think I've struggled to find the right balance between work and play. It was really easy in Phuket last week because we were in a pretty quiet beach town. Go watch last week's video if you haven't already. I'll put it somewhere on the screen. And this week in Tokyo, there is just so much going on. There are so many things to see, so many, you could call them attractions, but in my context, you can also call them distractions, which makes it hard to feel like I'm doing all the work I need to do while also seeing all the things I want to see. And now time for my learnings of the week. So learning number 1, which is the business one, is if you have been putting something off, that's either because 1, it doesn't motivate you, 2, you don't have the confidence to do it, or 3, both of those things. In which case, the best way forward is to delegate it. And learning number 2, the personal one, is that I need to make way more time to rest, to journal, to meditate, to walk, to be bored, because so many of the good things in life, the good ideas, the reflections, they come from boredom. I think there's a really good saying, which is time planned to waste is not wasted time, and I'm gonna plan to waste some time in the next couple of weeks. So once again, thanks for tuning in to Monday Moments. If you like the video, if you want to come along the journey with me, then subscribe, and I really appreciate you being here, and we'll see you in the next episode, which will be in Kyoto. I'm gonna go check out the sunset, so see you later.